Welcome to lecture series on digital electronics under EPG Pathshala. Boolean algebra provides a mathematical tool for simplifying any Boolean expression. The rules, laws and theorems of Boolean algebra are normally helpful in simplifying any mathematical expression and can be mapped into the logical circuit. George Boole and Shannon has utilized the knowledge of mathematics and switching circuits to develop this Boolean algebra. The Boolean expression can be expressed in terms of sum of product form or product of sum form. If the number of terms in the Boolean expression are shorter, it is easier for any designer to use Boolean algebra. But as the number of terms in the Boolean expression increases, it is necessary to go further and use a new tool for simplifying the Boolean expression. K-map is a wonderful technique for designing the logic circuits. Simplification using K-maps provides a visualization of the logic circuit, and visually representing the Boolean expression can help you in simplifying the logical expressions. In this module, we will focus it on understanding the standard form, canonical form, sum of product form, min terms and max terms, and utilization of the knowledge of min terms and max term in generating the K-maps. The K-map of 2, 3, 4 variables would be understood in this process. Let us now look at the learning objectives of this module. The basic rules, laws and theorems of Boolean algebra are already included in part 1. In addition, we have also studied how to simplify logic expressions using Boolean algebra. In addition to that, we have discussed one more thing, that is what is sum of product and product of sum form. In addition to that, it is necessary to understand the min terms and max terms. As the number of terms in the Boolean expression increases, it becomes difficult for the designer to simplify using basic rules and laws of Boolean algebra. In the last section of this module, you will understand how to use a graphical method, that is Karnaugh maps, to simplify the Boolean expressions. Let us now talk about min terms and max terms. Min term is any ANDed term containing all the variables of the function in complemented or uncomplemented form. Min term represents exactly one combination in the truth table. In general, for n input variables, the number of min terms are equivalent to the total number of possible input combinations would be 2 raised to n. Each min term is denoted by lowercase m with a subscript j, where j is decimal equivalent of the min terms corresponding binary combination. Let us now talk about the max term. Max term is any odd term containing all the variables of the function in complemented or uncomplemented form. It also represents exactly one combination in the truth table, but it is denoted by capital M with a subscript j, where j is a decimal equivalent of max terms corresponding binary number. A variable in M subscript j is complemented if its value in binary number is 1, otherwise it is uncomplemented. There are 2 raised to n min terms for n Boolean variables. These min terms can be generated from the binary numbers from 0 to 2 raised to n minus 1. Any Boolean function can be expressed as logical sum of min terms. The complement of function contains those min terms not included in the original function. A function that contains all 2 raised to n min terms is equal to a logical one, and the same thing is true for the max term. For n variable inputs, we can have 2 raised to n max terms as well. Boolean functions can be defined by truth table. In a Boolean function, a product term in which all variables appear is representing the min term of the function. Min terms specify the function as an OR of the min terms. For example, the function of 3 variables can have total 8 min terms, which are shown in the truth table. The first 3 columns are representing the binary value for the variables x, y, z, and the corresponding min term is represented in the 4th column and the max term represented in the 5th column. So, for the input values 0, 0, 0, the min term can be written as complement of A ANDed with complement of y ANDed with complement of z, which is represented as lowercase m subscript 0. The same term can be represented as max term as well, which is having value x or y or z, which is represented by capital M subscript 0. Similarly, one can represent all the binary inputs for x, y, z, that is total 8 terms, and we can correspondingly write the min terms and max term representation for all possible inputs, which are clearly indicated in the table. A sum term that contains all the variables in complemented or uncomplemented form provides a max term. So, thus we have 2 raised to n max terms. Let us take an example how to obtain canonical sum of product forms from the given truth table. Now, we are given a truth table with 3 inputs A, B, C, and the output of logical expression is f. After writing 8 possible input combinations 0 through 7 in order, let us write the equation for the Boolean expression in the form of min terms as well as max term. You can see from the truth table that there are only 4 functions which are present at the output, and their corresponding terms are the canonical sum of product form for the function f is given as f is equal to m1 plus m2 plus m4 plus m6, which is also equivalent to the min terms are expressed in terms of the product terms. So, m1 is represented by a bar b bar c or with a bar b c bar or with a b bar c bar or with a b c bar. Similarly, one can even write the canonical product of sums form. Now, in this case, while writing an expression, we must write the function where the output of the table is 0. So, the function f is given as product of 4 max terms m0, m3, m5 and m7. If we represent them using the sum terms, definitely we can write an expression in canonical product of sum form as shown here. From these two equations we can note that the min terms are equivalent to complement of max term or vice versa. Let us now take a suitable example to represent these canonical forms in the symbolic notations. The function that we have discussed on the previous slide is represented once again. For the canonical sum term is given by summation of m in bracket, the terms which are present are 1, 2, 4, 6. Similarly, the max term is represented as product of capital M in bracket, the terms 0, 3, 5 and 7. This simply indicates the terms which are present in min term are absent in the equation of max term. So, we can say M is equivalent to complement of capital M, that is min terms are equivalent to complement of max terms for any value of j. Here the summation symbol indicates that sum of product and the pi symbol indicates this is a product of some form. These are the two different notations used usually in Boolean expressions. Let us now understand how do we convert between these canonical forms. There are two steps. First, replace summation with product form or vice versa and replace those terms that appears in the original form with those are absent in the other equation. So, for example, let us consider a Boolean expression of 3 variables a, b, c. We are showing 4 terms which are present in this sum of product form, which is shown equivalent to m1 plus m2 plus m4 plus m6, which is equivalent to summation of 1, 2, 4 and 6, which is equivalent to the product of 0, 3, 5, 7, and we can write the product of some form as shown here. So, we can interconvert from sum of min terms to product of max terms. This slide indicates the conversion of sum of product form from standard to canonical form. Let us consider a simple example. Expand the non-canonical terms by inserting equivalent of 1 in each missing variable x. Say for example, if you have variable x present in the term, we can add x odd with complement of x, which is equivalent to 1. And second, remove duplicate min terms. Let us consider an example wherein we have an expression of 3 terms as given here. We can clearly see in the second term a is missing in the product term. So, we can add a redundant term as a odd with a bar. Similarly, in the third term b is missing. So, we can add b odd with b bar, and let us expand. It is observed that a, b, c bar is duplicated. So, let us eliminate that duplicate term, and finally, the sum of product form can be represented as sum of min terms as shown here. The procedure that we have adopted for converting product of sum from standard to canonical form is once again similar. The first step is expanding the non-canonical terms by adding 0 in terms of missing variables. Say for example, x bar is equal to 0 and then using distributive law. Second step is removing the duplicated terms. Let us consider an example of Boolean expression containing 3 sum terms. In the second sum term, A is missing, and in the second term B is missing. So, let us expand by writing A bar in the second term and B bar in the third term, thereby expanding these terms. What we get is all these terms could be expanded using distributive law, and finally, the product of max term contains 4 terms. So, this is the way we convert the product of sum form in standard one into canonical one. After learning this simplification technique using Boolean algebra, wherein we have used simple laws, rules of Boolean algebra to reduce the number of terms as well as the number of logic gates. Let us study a method wherein we will be using a simple graphical technique to map the terms into the matrix form. This is a visualization method of simplifying the Boolean expressions. We call this technique as Karnaugh map technique, or in short it is also called as K-maps. Usually we prefer K-maps of 2, 3 and 4 variables. We do not extend more than 4 variables. The technique is very simple. All these truth tables or logical expressions are represented in a matrix form. We put it into the cells, then after putting the terms into the cell, we form the neighboring elements. In the neighboring elements, we try to identify visually where we can form pairs, chords or octet. Once we mark pairs, chords and octet, we can definitely eliminate the variable. Say for example, in case of pair, we can eliminate 1 variable, in case of chord, we can eliminate 2 variables, and in case of octet, we can eliminate 3 variables. So, this is a very simple technique of simplifying Boolean expression visually. Let us learn more about it in the following session. Let us now begin the Karnaugh maps by preparing a K-map of 2 variables. The ordering of variables is most important. For example, in a function of 2 variables x1 and x2, x1 is the row and x2 is the column as shown in the diagram. Cell 0 represents x1 bar, x2 bar. Cell 1 represents x1 bar, x2. If a min term is present in the function, then a 1 is placed in the corresponding cell. Any 2 adjacent cells in the map differ by only 1 variable, which appears complemented in one cell and uncomplemented in the another one. Now, here we have indicated the K-map of 2 variables where x1 is taken as row, one can even take x1 as column. So, both the versions are allowed. Let us now try to understand the structure of K-map of 3 variables. Here the ordering of variables x, y, z is most important. YZ is specifying the column and x specifies the row. The value that we have written for x is 0 and then 1, and for YZ the values are written as 0 0 in a column, 0 1, 1 1 and 1 0. Please note that this does not follow the natural binary sequence, but in order to find out the adjacent cell, we must follow the gray code for the representation. That is why you can see the third column is 1 1, not 1 0. And similarly, the min terms are labeled in the corresponding cells. The min terms are M0, M1, M3 first and then M2. In the second row, M4, M5, M7 and then M6. This is the way we represent the K map of 3 variables. Each cell is adjacent to 3 other cells, left or right, top or bottom, or edge wrapped. Let us consider the K map of 4 variables and its representation. We will be writing 2 variables in rows and 2 variables in the column. Say for example, we are writing W x to represent rows and y z representing the column, and the values for these rows and columns are written in a gray code format. So, we start with 0 0, 0 1, 1 1 and 1 0 for the last column. Same thing is true for the rows. Now, while simplifying it, 1 square represents a minterm of 4 literals or variables. A rectangle of 2 adjacent squares represent a product term of 3 literals. A rectangle of 4 square represents a product term of 2 literals. A rectangle of 8 square will represent a product term of 1 literal, thereby simplifying the remaining 2. Whereas, in the best case scenario, you can have a rectangle or a pair or a chord or a octet containing 2, 4, 8 or 16 elements in this K map or a group. Let us now understand the procedure for minimization using K maps. Let us write a minterm Boolean expression from a truth table. Each one in output column of truth table produces AND term, and these ANDed term are ought to form the sum of products or minterms. Second, draw the K map with the desired number of cells. Step number 3, fill the cell by 1 where the product term is present. Step number 4, group or draw loops around neighboring cells in pairs or chords or octet ones together. Step number 5, eliminate the variable which is present in the group. When a variable and its complements are within a group, that variable must be eliminated. Step number 6, all the terms that remain to generate simplified minterm Boolean expressions. Let us consider the procedure to understand the K maps in details. Karnaugh maps or K maps are graphical representation of Boolean functions. One map cell corresponds to a row in the truth table. Also, one cell corresponds to minterm or a max term in the Boolean expression. Multiple cell areas of a map corresponding to standard terms. Let us now understand the process of preparing the K map from the truth table. We begin with writing the Boolean expression for the given truth table. From the truth table, we can write the Boolean expression for the output where the minterms are present. So, for example, for this given truth table, we can write an Boolean expression as y is equal to a bar b or a b bar or a b. Let us draw K map for 2 variables. We will be writing a bar and a to form the rows and b bar to form the columns. Let us map the product term into the K map one by one. The first product term is a bar b that we have indicated, and we are writing 1 in the K map. Similarly, write 1 for a b and then write a b bar as 1. let us identify group of ones, those could be forming pairs or chords. Let us now mark this group of ones which are neighbors. The variable changing in the pair is to be eliminated, as in this group A is changing, therefore, A is eliminated and B remains in the term. In the second group, we have B changing, therefore, we can eliminate the next variable as well. Similarly, from the second pair, B is eliminated and A remains in the term. After eliminating variables, the simplified Boolean expression is y is equal to A or B. This is the way we can simplify the k-maps of two variables. Let us implement a method of simplifying Boolean expression using k-map of three variables. Consider A, B, C as inputs and y as output. The truth table is shown here. From the given truth table, let us now form the Boolean expression. The Boolean expression contains in all 5 terms. Next step is prepare the k-map. Now, for the given Boolean expression of 3 variables, we can prepare a k-map containing A and B as rows and C in the column. So, we would be writing A bar B bar as a first row, A bar B as a second row, A B as third and A B bar as a fourth row, whereas the first column represents C bar and the second is C. Let us map the term into the k-map. The first term is A bar B bar C. We have represented it as 1. Let us represent the next term A bar B C. The third term is also represented. We are writing 1 for A B C. The fourth term in the expression is represented as A B bar C, and we are representing the last term into the k-map by writing 1 for A B C bar. By visual inspection, we can see in the column C 4 terms could be grouped together and that forms the chord. Let us draw a circle around these 4 members. From this chord, we can see A and B variables are changing from one term to another. Thereby, we can eliminate A and B and C remains unchanged. Similarly, we can couple A B C bar with the one present in A B C. Thus, we can have a group of 2 terms. So, that is a pair. In this pair, we can eliminate C and A B will remain as it is. From the chord, A B are eliminated and C remains. Similarly, in the pair, C is eliminated and A B remains. Thus, the Boolean expression is y is equal to C OR with A and B. This is the way we can simplify the Boolean expression of 3 variables. I know that the k-map of 4 variables will be little bit complicated. If we have to do it using the basic rules of Boolean algebra, naturally it would be complicated. But once we map, definitely the simplification will be visual. So, I am sure that we can even extend the concept of k-maps to even k-map of 4 variables. Let us now represent the truth table and locate where ones are present. Let us prepare a k-map of 4 variables. A B are written to produce rows and C D are representing columns. Let us look at the truth table and place 1 in the cells wherever the term is present. So, in the first term we have A bar, B bar, C bar and D. Let us put 1 there. Let us put 1 for the second term as well. We are repeating a procedure for the third term as well. Referring back to truth table again, you can put the value 1 at appropriate cell positions. Let us put 1 for the fourth term as well. Repeat it for the fifth term. Similarly, we can map the sixth term and then seventh term. Next term is also represented. Thus, we are representing all the terms present in the truth table. So, in all we have total 9 terms where the output is 1. From visual inspection we can see that we can form an octet. From an octet we can definitely eliminate 3 variables and these variables are A, B and C. From this we can conclude that we can even form a pair of 2 consecutive ones which are neighbors. From this pair we can eliminate D. So, the simplified Boolean expression contains only 2 terms in place of 9 unsimplified terms. The output is y is equal to D or ABC. So, thus we have shown that Boolean expressions can be used to simplify the logical expressions, but it is a complicated process, whereas K-maps will simplify the total mechanism in a simpler way. Min terms, max terms, sum of products, product of sum are techniques for implementing the logic circuits. One can have standard forms or canonical forms. K-map presents a visual picture of all possible ways in which a function can be expressed in standard form. Encircling pairs, chords and octets helps us in reducing the Boolean expressions. Thank you.